Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our online info session. Today, we are very pleased to have Monsieur SEYS from Université de Lille to introduce his school and their future programs. Let's welcome him.
Hello, everybody. I'm very happy to be with our Taiwanese friend today from Lille in France. My name is François-Olivier. I'm the Vice President for International Relations of the University of Lille. And I will make you a small presentation and ask for your question at the end. So, University of Lille is our mission. We are committed to excellence in education and research. And I will present you our university. Lille is the fourth largest city in France, the fourth biggest metropolitan area in France. We are in the north part of France, in really near Paris. We are approximately at 200 kilometers far from Paris. In the heart of northwestern Europe, it means we are very near London, Amsterdam, Brussels. It means Germany, Netherlands, or United Kingdom, for instance. From Lille city center to London by train, for instance, you have 1 hour and 20 minutes. This is a very nice and very agreeable city. You could see some pictures of the downtown of Lille, which is a dynamic and international city, very pleasant for studying and researching in our place. This is some beautiful pictures. And on all the pictures, the sky is blue, but it's not always blue. Sometimes we have rain, to be honest about it. A brief history. Our university is quite old and young in the same time. It has been created in the 16th century by the King of Spain. At that time, Philip II, the King of Spain, was the king of that part of France. We are not French. But what is very more interesting for us, the university has been recreated in 1896, and with 4 faculties: literature, science, law, and medicine. And you know, the first dean of our faculty of science was the French famous scientist Louis Pasteur, that we used to say is our godfather sometimes. The recent history is quite complicated for foreigners. What you have to understand is that there were until 2018 3 universities in Lille. We merged the 3 universities in 2018. It means there's only one university that has for name University of Lille. And in 2022 we'll merge with 4 high schools, as we say in France. It means engineering school, Centrale Nantes, which was one of the best in France, Sciences Po for political sciences, an architectural school, and a journalism school, which is one of the best in France, practically the most famous, will enter in the university. It means now it's a huge university. To give you some data, we are this year approximately 73,000 students. Within those 73,000 students, approximately 9,500 are foreigners and students who are coming from all over the world. It means we have students from 148 different countries in the world now. Within this 73,000 students, we have approximately 1,700 doctoral students. It means students which are preparing a PhD in a research team. And to give you some data, there's approximately 3,400 research and teaching staff in university. We are one of the largest in France and probably the largest. University has several campuses. We have 6 main campuses. Most of them are in Lille urban area. It means in Lille, in Villeneuve-d'Ascq, in Roubaix, in Tourcoing, how it's written. And we have also one research marine station, which is on the shore, 150 kilometers far from Lille, in Wimereux, which is very difficult to pronounce it for foreigners, but it's a very nice place. J'arrive plus à changer le PowerPoint. Okay. The main area of study, if you ask me what for studying it's possible in Lille, we have practically everything. That's the difficulty. What we do not have, it's easier to say what we do not have. We have everything, but we do not have vet sciences, veterinary sciences. We do not have theology, and practically that's it. We have all the rest. It means we have 6 main areas of study: arts, literature and languages, law, economics and management, healthcare, humanities and social sciences, science and technology, and science and techniques of sports. The French education system is a European one. I will not explain a lot about it. It means we have 3 degrees, a bachelor in 3 years with 180 credits, a master degree in 2 years after the bachelor with 240 credits, and a PhD. Normally a PhD in France is a 3 years project. It means if you do a PhD, you must have a master degree at the beginning. I will begin to present the possibility for foreigners in healthcare. We recruit non-European. It's difficult for European, and we have a possibility to integrate for internship foreigners. It means after you obtain a master degree, a diploma, what we call in French a diploma of medicine, which is a 6-year diploma. You could enter with a specific exam and became an intern in a French hospital and in a school to obtain your PhD or your MD, as we used to say, for medicine. We also, for non-European students, some specific specialized medical diploma that we call DFMS, that could have a length of between 2 and 4 semesters. And it's very important to help the foreigners to increase the level of capacity in their specialty. And it's organized a very important consortium via the University of Strasbourg, but if there are some questions about it, we could answer to that. We have also, in this case, some DFMSA, which is an extended specialized medical diploma on the same system, more applied. And it could, if you make this diploma, you could apply after to vacant specialized position in French medicine faculties. So it's a very important for, but already advanced students of medicine. We have also a specific system that I could explain for dental hygienist with national diploma and university diploma. You could see the list. It means you have to have possibility to make a specialization, particularly in Lille. You could see the list. I will not explain, but it's very important. And we used to receive a lot of foreign students on those specialized courses to open to dental hygienists. To explain, officially the language of the university is French. It means all the programmes exist in French. That's quite easy. But we are probably the largest French university for diplomas taught in English. We have diplomas taught in English in different levels. On bachelor course, we have 3 diplomas in English. In economics and management, we have a BBA organized by our business school. We have also a Bachelor of Economics and Management, which is totally taught in English. And we have a part totally taught in English, Bachelor of Life Sciences. It means which is a very quite, it's officially bilingual in English and French, but we have possibility to make for foreigners only course taught in English. We have a lot of master degree, means second level of education, which are taught in English. Most of them are in the Faculty of Science and Technology. You have the list that you could see here. Very specific, very high level, connected to very good research. It's very important for us. And in all those master degree, you could follow the lectures in English, make your internship in English, and fulfill all the exam in English too. For example, and 5 of them are Master Erasmus Plus, for instance, now in this list. And I want to explain you. We have also course taught in English in the Faculty of Economics, that you could see the list, very important about supply chain, for instance, that you could see at the end. We have also a master which is connected to political sciences on European affairs. Also a very important master, which is also an Emeritus Mundus Master on Economics of Globalization and European Integration. A lot of Asian students and Chinese and Taiwanese students are coming for this master. In Humanities and Social Sciences, some specific master degree. We have a very important department of English language. It means it's possible if you learn English in Taiwan to come to learn English linguistics in English in Lille. We have also some very interesting a master degree in contemporary philosophy, which is the only one which is in English in France, for instance, and a very high level diploma. I'm continuing. For the course taught in French, there's approximately 180 degrees in French. It means we have practically everything. It's quite complicated to comment it. I know some Taiwanese students speak French, so it could be interesting. And if there are some questions in French, I could answer about it at the end. In France, we have a doctoral studies. We do not have, as a British university, have a PhD program. We have doctoral school, which is an interdisciplinary school. With 6 large schools. The first one, for instance, is physics, chemistry, radiation, and the environment. It means you are registered in the doctoral school. You have some small courses that it's possible to follow in English. And after you are integrated in a research lab with a French professor, which is your supervisor, and you have within this research lab to make your PhD. In the University of Lille, we accept in every doctoral school that you write a PhD in English. It's not a difficulty. Last year, if I do have the good data in my mind, approximately 1/3 of the PhD were written in English and 2/3 of the PhD were written in French. For instance, in the School of Engineering, practically all the PhD were written in English. It's more written in French in humanities and social sciences, but it's possible for every PhD programs to make it in English. You need only to have a French professor who is agreed to do it in English. That's the system. It's quite flexible. And we prefer to have a PhD students which have a job contract with the university, means they are financed. To explain your research in such large university, it's quite complicated. We have 62 research units. It means you see that it's quite important. In France, we have also a National Institute of Research that we could be considered as an Academy of Sciences, and we have practically all our research units are connected to those national French research centers like CNRS, which is the largest one. If you see the ranking for publication, CNRS is the best French institution in ranking, for instance. And on the 62 research units, approximately 30 are connected to CNRS. Very important. CNRS is for general science, for science and technology, for social sciences, but we are also very important in French National Institute as INSERM. This is the third one on the slide. INSERM, it's a very important research institute for health and medical research, and it's very important in the sector of the Faculty of Medicine, for instance. We have also it's written in French, CHRU. It's the University Hospital, which is the largest in France. It means if you are studying medicine, you have internship, mandatory internship in the hospital, and the Faculty of Medicine is in the hospital practically, if I may say. It's very connected. And for doing education and research in medicine, it's very important to be connected to hospital. And it's the best in France in the last survey. We have also very important research institute on cancer. It's a very important research on and I could explain a lot of things like it, about it. We have been awarded by Excellence Project of Excellence by an international jury. I could say jury, international jury in English. I think I'm hesitating sometime in English, sorry. But you could see the list of the research team we do have. Some about high-speed spectroscopy analysis and ultra-high resolution analysis in the field of biomedicine, very important. You have the list. I will not read the list, but it's very well connected. We have also a research team of excellence on laboratory about diabetes in English. It's very good. We have one of the best center, but also we are very interesting, which is very connected to climate change. The chemical and physical properties of the atmosphere. It's one of the best research team in the world, practically, about it. How is the atmosphere changing due to climate change? And it's very, very important. And I could take a lot of examples there. For a high-level university of research, it's very important to have a science and technology platform. This is the platform that have been awarded as excellent platform in France and in European Union. It depends of which one. You could see that we are very good in characterization of chemistry and materials. We have one of the best equipment for research that we call RMN 1.2 about it. We are very good in civil and mechanical engineering also, that's been awarded, but also a very important center for supercomputing, which is connected worldwide. Sorry. This was science and technology. For biology and healthcare, you could see the list. We are very good about a lot of things like genomics, or we have also very good international collaboration in all these fields. For instance, our department, our research team for neurosciences are very good connection with the Taiwan Medical University in Taipei, which is a very important partner for us. And we are very happy about these partners. You have ear dive. It's some specific ear dive. It's a technological platform for a multidisciplinary approach to visual science and culture. Very important, with more than 100 researchers, one of the best in Europe probably. It's in Lille, if it's interesting for you. This is our research challenge, which is very important. Most of the challenge are connected to the development of research and of society that exist now in the world, not only in Europe and in France, of course. Like aging, we are also very connected to secure, clean and efficient energy. We have a very important research team working about totally automatic vehicles, electric vehicles that you could see on the campus if you go here. There's you see the list, I will go fast. To explain you that we have 4 research hubs. This is how we present ourselves. This is the 4 most important group of research team that we have on precision health, very important for us. You see the list on science for a changing planet. It means we are very connected and to understand and monitoring the planetary changes. Also for new energy, for new materials, for instance, very connected to digital world and the connection to social sciences of digital world, about the new behaviors of consumers, about the question of imaging, which are very important. And the 4th one, which is emerging now, about changing culture, societies and practice, with a very important connection that could be interesting for Taiwanese students to a European and international studies. That is very important, and we extend this hub now a lot, and with a lot of research, but also some very important research about vulnerability and inclusion, which is connected to 7 main European partners within the network, which is very important for us. It's 8 partners, but including the University of Lille. It's 1 + 7. In all the European Union. Even you could come to Lille to work on this topic and make an internship, for instance, in our Italian, Portuguese or Swedish partner. We spoke quite about the PhD. We have been awarded last year about H2020, which is an excellence program in financed by European Union. That's within the Marie Sklodowska-Curie program. For a doctoral PhD Lille, that is called Pearl. Pearl, you could see that there are 3 main, it's an interdisciplinary research team with 3 main research areas, precision health, science for a changing planet, and human-friendly digital world. Within this Pearl program, it's possible to obtain a totally financed PhD working in Lille. You have the salary, it's granted. It means if you are recruited by this program, you will be financed totally. It means you will have a salary and a monthly allowance. It means you will have more than 2,100 euro per month for living in Lille and doing your research in a very dynamic research team with a European financing support. It means it's a very important quality, a level of quality about your PhD. This one is very important, and I like it a lot. But international activities, I spoke a lot about it already, but 24 diplomas are totally taught in English. That's you have the list recently. We obtained also an international label developed by European of Lille, awarded by European Commission. A lot of European international programs. If you come to a master degree in Lille, you have a lot of possibility to make mobility to another European university if you're interested about it. We have more than 40 double degree of master, for instance, now. You could see the international office here. We organize a lot of events. Now, for instance, for foreign students, we are organizing September Welcome Days to explain you the specificity of the French system of education. This year, it was not in presence of the students. It was a more virtual one due to a COVID-19 pandemic. We organize also an immersion of students' life, very important connection between the students. The systems of buddy, tandem, it means every international student has a French godfather to help him or her to integrate in the French system. We organize also every year, the 3rd week of November, an International Students Week. To overseas French students can enjoy learning about other cultures and countries with conference, events, concert, enough to whet the appetite of mobility. So it's a very important event, and this year it will happen also in the third week of November. It was the booklet of the last year that you could see here. To explain you, we have very good cooperation with Taiwanese university, and we appreciate it a lot. It means the quality of the student, the quality of education in Taiwan, and the quality of research. This is the list of the Taiwanese university. We have at least one agreement on exchange of students, but we have also more integrated project with Taiwan Taipei Medical University. We have an international research team in common with this university on neurosciences for our Faculty of Medicine. With Taiwan National Ocean University, we have a research common team on marine biology, and very interesting for us. And we send also students of the University of Lille to learn Chinese in Taiwan, in Tamkang University, and in Chinese Cultural University of Taiwan. With the other university, we exchange students, and we are very happy about it. And we appreciate a lot of Taiwanese students coming to Lille. This is the data about Taiwanese students that we have from the 2 last years. So 26 degrees students seeking from Taiwan. And if you see the level of students, the majority of the students are coming from master degree. We will also this year 5 PhD students which are Taiwanese. And on exchange students, for instance, we received Taiwanese students. 10 were coming last year, not for a degree for an exchange, but we sent it also 20 French students to Taiwan. And practically it's possible in all our dominant, all our area of studies, but the majority of the Taiwanese students are coming for humanity and social sciences, law, economics and management, and science and technology. And we send students of Chinese language in Taiwan, but also from the Faculty of Science and Technology or the Faculty of Medicine. But it's very important for our students which are learning Chinese to go to Taiwan to improve their Chinese language. Campus life, to explain you the French system, we have cultural service. We have an orchestra, for instance, very interesting orchestra with a lot of international students. We have university canteen, our restaurant we say in French, a medical center for helping the students who have some difficulty. We have very important physical education and sport department. If you like to play football, we are world champion of football, I could say, so it's possible, but it's possible also to play badminton, to make some fitness, whatever you want. We have a lot of university libraries that we call in French a learning center. We're very interactive and very beautiful library. We have also some specific offers for non-European students. For instance, we have a Department of Students Affairs and University Life to explain to help the students, and also a career office which is improving every year. In most of the master degree, for instance, the students have a mandatory internship. The career office help them to find an internship, and it's very important. French classes, alors, we have also a department. If you do not speak French at all, it's a little bit difficult to live in France. You could do a lot of programs taught in English in the university, but I used to say that the baker does not speak French, to speak only French, sorry. If you would like to buy bread, it's important to have a minimum level of French. If you are studying in English, French language for foreigners is practically mandatory. It means it's very important for us that you learn French for being able to live in France, because a lot of people do not speak English in France. That's the difficulty. We have also in this department that we call International Academy, possibility to organize some courses of specialization of French language for foreigners. It means you could arrive earlier and follow French language during the summer or during the academic year. Both are possible. And we encourage students in diplomas taught in English or PhD students who are doing their PhD in English to learn French. It's not mandatory, but we encourage them. We spoke about the library. You could see what we call the Learning Center, which is a brand new library you could see in the main building. Also, we have a very important equipment that we call Eura Santé. Eura Santé, it's a building that you could see which connects researchers, project managers, and business in healthcare sector with research project. It means we encourage students to create their startup connected to health sector. It's very important for us, and we have more and more startup on the campus in Eura Santé, for instance. Sport is the same as Santé, but for physical education, which is a very important process in our university, connected to research, to training, and to adapted physical activity to people which have difficulties to move. For instance, to links to hospital department. Also, the faculty of sport will be part of the faculty of medicine. It means it's very connected to medicine, which is very important. We could explain you that we have also an international house. That's a specific building where all the international students are coming when they arrive. That help them to offer. It's help the foreign students arrange useful services like. To help you to make your registration for either your long-term visa, to help you to find an accommodation, to fulfill some documents in French if you have difficulties with the administration, and also to organize social activities that you are connected to French students, because it's not easy sometimes to meet French students, but within this international house it's quite helpful. We have brand new university residents. It means we have possibility to reserve a high quality level, accommodation in France for foreign students. It's a single one. You don't share your accommodation with foreign students. And I have to go to the end in terms of times. We have also very important green campuses. We have been awarded as one of the most green campuses in Europe, in European Union recently. To explain you, this last slide, it's explain you how much does cost life in France. The prices are in euro. It means for foreign students, non-European students on bachelor level, we have tuition fees that it's approximately at 3,000 euros per year. For master level, we have tuition fees, but if you are accepted by a professor in a master degree, we automatically will give you a waiver that will not pay the tuition fees for foreigners, but the tuition fees for French, which are approximately at 300 euros per year. It means it's practically a waiver on excellence. If you are accepted, we are excellent, you don't pay the tuition fees for foreigner. It means if you don't take this question of tuition fees for living in France, the minimum amount of money you need to have, it's approximately 700 euro per month, or 7,000 euro per year. With this amount of money, you are able to live in France without difficulty as a student. That's the good amount. I let you this slide. I think I've already finished what I would like to say you. We say we have half an hour. This is all the connection where you could about Campus France in French. You have also a very important address if you have any question as an international student. It's international.univlille.fr at univlille.fr. You could write in English, in Chinese, not yet, but we will recruit in a short time a Chinese-speaking person for this office. So I thank you very much, and answering to all the questions that I would say a last word is 谢谢. Sorry for my poor Chinese.
No, you did a good job. It's very clear with your presentation. We can understand about like how many courses you have, like what kind of program and then degree you are offering in your schools, and it's great. Like we also understand about campus life and the other, how can handle their life there. So now we have our question from our audience. 各位同学，那大家针对刚刚SEYS 对大家做的简报跟介绍之后呢，如果你有什么问题，现在可以透过我们的文字讯息留下来。那我这边会帮大家传达给SEYS，你可以留中文或英文都可以。Okay, we have a first of a question. You have mentioned about the different programs and degrees. Can you have like more explanation about a joint degree? Like such as the Erasmus, and then what kind of say a major or you have for the joint programs?
Now, what we call a joint degree in France, it's a degree which is within an agreement with another university with a mandatory mobility between the both university. For instance, we have a double degree in psychology with a Portuguese university. I could give this example. The students which are registered in this double degree have to make at least a minimum of one semester in the Portuguese partner. And the majority of the joint degree we do have are in English. It means we have double degree with in European affairs, for instance, with University of Berlin in Germany. The students have to go to Berlin during. They make part of the students in Lille and part of the study in Lille and part of the study in Germany. And it's on our website, and you could ask on the address international at univlille.fr if you want. But we recruit a lot of non-European students for those double degree. It means you will be in Lille and in other European university in the same time. We have a project of double degree with the Taiwanese University, with the National Taiwan Ocean University in Keelung. Yeah, Keelung, yeah. Well. And probably that will be signed. It means we have Chinese and French students doing research in common in marine biology.
Okay. Yeah. So our next question. So if students are interested in studying MBA or doctoral master's degree, they will not apply for the French course, the French track. Is any requirement for their language level? They're gonna pass certain kind of French exam, and what's the minimum standard for that?
It depends on the faculty. That's one of the difficulty. We prefer that the foreign students, when they're in a program as taught in French, have a minimum level within the European referential of B2. Probably, if you that's but for mathematics, physics, for technical disciplines, B1 is enough. But for instance, for philosophy, C1 is better. It depends what you study. And if you give there's several French certificates that it's possible to pass. I'm sure in the Alliance Française in Taipei it exists, that we call DELF or DALF, Diplôme élémentaire de langue française, Elementary Diploma of French Languages. It's an official French certificate. If you have a B2 diploma, you have to send within your application, or you could pass an exam that is organized in Taipei also, that we call TCF, Test de connaissance du français, Test of knowledge of French language, which is you pass an exam in one day, and at the end you obtain a score, a GPA, we could say, and if you must have a B2 minimum. It's in TCF, I think it's 350 points. If you have this minimum, automatically you could come to France. If you have a less level of French language, you could come earlier and follow in Lille some French language courses for foreigners that I call International Academy. Is it clear?
Yes. So following the dots, okay, so it really depends on what kind of major they're gonna take. So the minimum will be B1. For further complicated system, that would be require at least C1 level. Okay.
For literature and social sciences, you have to write a lot within your exam. It's important to have C1. For math, for physics, for chemistry, B1 is enough. B2 is better, but B1 is enough.
Just to understand, if they have a basic knowledge about it, then it's not hard though. But for social science literature, because they require very precise grammar and linguistic knowledge about it, so we require a higher level of the French requirement, language requirement.
Yes. If you apply to a program taught in English, you must have a certification, an exam of B2 in English for a non-English speaker speaking. Yeah.
And what kind of English exam
we accept a TOEFL, TOEIC, IELTS, what you have.
Okay.
But you must send us these documents.
Of course.
Yeah.
We have another question. It's for marine science bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
So if they are able to speak French, which faculty would be more suitable for exchange student program?
For marine biology, it's within the Faculty of Science and Technology, which has a department of biology. It would be in the Department of Biology. And we have the Department of Biology, we have on the campus here in Lille. We are on the campus where we're here now. I'm on the campus where you have the Department of Biology, but we have also for marine biology an antenna of this Department of Biology, which is 150 kilometers far from Lille, but on the shore. From the building, from the classroom, you see the sea, which is quite nice.
Right.
But for doing marine biology, you need to have a seawater. That's clear. That's normal.
Very good. All right. The next question. So for those who, for example, if they are gonna apply for a major or programs that is not his or her own like university degree, different, for example, the student studies social science in university, but they want to apply like engineering in your school. Do you think that's possible? And is there any preparation or pre-course they have to prepare before, or any exam they should be taking before applying for your school?
It's quite complicated. To answer fast on your question, it's quite complicated and difficult, but if you have a background in social sciences, it's very difficult to follow a master degree in biology, for instance. It's very, very difficult. It means for foreign students, if you would like to follow a master of biology, we will see if you obtain in your country a bachelor in biology, practically. Or we will say to you, you have to make the bachelor again. If you have a Bachelor of Science of Social Sciences, you would like to make a Master of Biology, we'll say, no, you have to go first to the Bachelor of Biology. I think it's quite understandable.
Right. So at least we require a diploma of bachelor in related program or related.
For being accepted in a master degree, the study director, which is the responsible for the master degree, will organize an exam or an interview with every student applying. For instance, I'm responsible for a master degree personally as a professor of geography, but if foreign students would like to come, I'm organizing by Skype or by Zoom an interview with him or with her, and we discuss during 1 hour about geography to estimate the real level of the students, if he or if she's able to follow lectures in France, and to evaluate the level of English or the level of French language if it's necessary. But for every student which have a background, a Bachelor of Geography would like to come to the master, I'm organizing an interview, and the majority of the colleagues are doing like it.
Okay, so talking about the language, well, if they choose the English track, is there any requirement for their language level?
Yes, we ask for the French level to have a B2 level with a diploma, specific diploma.
As for English as well.
A certification, as we used to say.
So, like, if students, they when they are studying, they have some, say, interrelationship problem, or they have some difficulty during their campus life. Isn't this the part or tuition or say people they can ask help for?
Yes. Within the international house for foreign students, if they have any difficulty, we help them to solve the difficulties. And we, for instance, if they have difficulty to follow the lecture, we'll be find the French students in the same program helping them. For instance, if they have some difficulty to integrate the French life, we try to organize some social events for them. It means we have a specific, a lot of activities for international students arriving to Lille to organize social events for them to know French and other foreign students to find friends. It's difficult when you go to Taiwan, it's quite far. If you arrive alone in Lille, it's very important that you find friends. But we have, I said that we have 26 Taiwanese students this year, but we have approximately 400 Chinese students, and you share the same language.
Okay. For we have a student who are interested in the law program, the program of law. Is it any French track or it's English track? Or you have both?
For law, only French track.
Only French
because
track.
We have a lot of programmers for French law, for future French lawyer, and it's written in French. And the students have to know that European law is written in French, not in English. It means the European Court of Justice is the only European institution which has only French as official language. It means if a Taiwanese student would like to learn European law, he has to know French, or she has to know French.
Of course. But is there any what is the minimum language request for the program of law?
B2C1. Because if the student is a lawyer, if you are a lawyer, it's very important to understand all the words in the text. In the law, it's very important to be more than for physics.
So following on what we have talked about the interdisciplinary program. So if they have already work experience in related fields, even though they don't study back in university or for their bachelor degree, can they also apply for the master degree or master program in your school with the work experience instead of their university degree?
It's very common within French students to evaluate the work experience for accepting them in the program. It means it's very common for us. It means we will watch on the precise application form of the students in that case. I don't know how to say it probably in English, but we integrated this experience of work within the curriculum of the students, and we could recognize some credits about it, and it's very important for us. It's very common in France. A lot of students are making a bachelor, they go to work, and they make a master degree after beginning to work. For instance, they go back to university. It's very, very normal.
Sure.
And very interesting. It's very good profile of students too.
There'll be both of them, with their career CV and with their study experience. You will get into both of them. There'll be both. Also, going to be good proof of their experience.
Yeah, it's very interesting within the classroom also, because you have students who have already experience are older than initial students, and the mix is very interesting.
So if they are already 30, 35, do you think it's one of the standard, you recruit the student, or it doesn't matter?
By the French law, it doesn't matter. It's not a criteria we have to watch. It means we have in master degree students which are 20, 21, 22, but you could do a master degree at 50 if you want. It means this is the case that exists. And we like it. We quote in English, we say in European English, we say long life learning. It means normal to go back to university after beginning to work.
Simple. Okay. So now we will call for the last question due to your time limits. It's already 48 now. Can we have the last question here? 各位同学，我们现在还有最后一题的时间哈，如果大家还有问题，可以继续发问。询问法律经济学欧盟的同学，请问你想问什么？你可以写清楚一点吗？ Okay, Monsieur says, we have a last question. It's about, can you give us more details about the European Union program in your school?
Yeah.
Any major?
We have a lot of colleagues working about European Union. It means about what we could say European studies, but coming from several different faculties, from faculty of law, faculty of political sciences, sociology, geography, economics, for instance. And we have also two specialized master degree in English. One is about European affairs. It's an interdisciplinary master degree about in economics and political sciences, and another one which is in European law, which is in French, this one. We have a chair of European law that is recognized as an excellence chair by the European Union. And we work a lot about research program with European institution because the Taiwanese students do not maybe know that, but Brussels, the capital of Europe, it's 120 kilometers far from Lille. It's 40 minutes, 38 minutes by train. It means in the master degree where I'm giving lectures, this is about European studies. We go often to European institutions. A lot of students are making internship in European institutions connected to other European universities. So we're in the well place where if you like to study European studies, the best place it's in Lille, I think.
I think that's everything, all we have for today.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Nes, for joining us and give us a very great presentation.
Thank you, Taipei. Thank you, Taiwan.
Thank you so much.
See you. Thank you so much too.
Bonne journée.
Yeah. Bonne journée à vous aussi. Merci.
Au revoir. Merci beaucoup.
Au revoir. Au revoir.
好，各位观众，非常大家现在参加我们那个 Université de Lille 的场次哈。那我们接下来会欢迎到我们法国教育中心的台湾区代表曾代表来为大家解说一下，我们大家跟你说明一下，说我们今天的里尔大学跟我们等一下要登场的南特理工大学大概有什么样的差别，跟一些比较简单的介绍。
谢谢我们主持人 Jade 哈。那那个还在线上的同学呢，暂时先不要离开，因为我们法国的场次呢，每一个晚上都会邀请到2间学校，所以呢，你们报名一次呢，就可以参加那个2个学校。那今天这2个学校呢，其实有非常大的不同哦。刚刚呢，那个我们 SEYS 的副校长他介绍的里尔大学呢，就是在法国北边。那这个大学呢，已经有将近500年的历史了哈，而且呢，Lille呢，它是一个大学城，就是除了里尔大学，那还有很多其他的所谓的 école， 就是学院，涵盖不同领域。那那个刚刚副校长也有提到，就是其实他们学校现在呢，提供很多英语授课的学程哈，不管是学士、硕士，甚至于到博士。有些领域的博士呢，是可以用英文来撰写论文的，那所以呢，同学不用担心说，我想去法国，可是我没有学过法文。现在呢，法国有提供这样子一个选择，就是我们呢在不会法文的情况下，也是有可能直接到法国去深造，去念学位学程。那通常呢，学校它也都会有一个机制，就是让你们可以在当地呢适应那个法文的环境，所以呢会有提供语言课程，让同学上。像里尔大学呢，它本身就有附设语言中心。那我们台湾同学是很多呢，他会选择到法国先去上语言学校。那因为里尔大学它附设的语言中心呢，那个 CP 值蛮高的哈，收费比较便宜啦。一般以语言学校来讲的话，大学附设的还是会比外面的语言学校便宜一点哈。那接下来呢，那个再过应该不到10分钟，会有另外一间叫做南特中央理工大学，那个也会有一个很精彩的介绍。那这个中央南特理工大学呢，它就是属于另外一个体系哈，就是在法国他们有分 Université 跟 Conseil。那 Conseil 一般在台湾我们是把它称作所谓的名校系统。那这些名校系统呢，它跟大学的那个教学导向不太一样。这种所谓的那个Conseil 就是名校系统呢，他们的入学筛选非常的严格，在法国是要经过那个考试才可以进到这样子的学校，所以呢可以说他们是重质不重量。刚刚里尔大学呢，就是 University 的系统有提到，他们学校呢总共大概有73000名学生。那如果是等一下接下来要介绍给各位的南特中央理工学院呢，他们呢就是属于这种名校系统。那他们学校的这个学生呢才2500名，所以呢完全是不一样的一个 教学导向。那这种所谓的名校系统呢，他们就是会跟那个企业结合，然后会是以实务为导向的。那像这间中央理工学院的话呢，它就是在训练一些工程师的啦，就是比较是以实务为主的。那学程本身就有包含实习的学分，所以跟学校合作的企业呢，同学呢都可以去实习。那必须要取得实习的学分，才可以拿到文凭。那等一下呢，学校代表他可以直接用中文跟大家做更详尽的介绍。那我看一下现在时间还剩下5分钟。那如果说同学刚刚有一些问题呢，我们来不及回答的话，其实呢也都可以之后再跟法国教育中心，就是 Campus Friends 法国教育中心联系。那我们是法国教育部的官方的单位，不是代办中心。所以呢如果我们今天有一些问题没有办法回答，之后同学还是可以到法国教育中心，我们每个礼拜1到礼拜5下午2点到4点有提供免费的咨询服务。那我们的电话是台北0235185160 0235185160，或者是透过 email 跟我们联系。如果说是在东南部的同学的话，可以 email 到台北 TAIPEI campusfrance campusfrance.org 跟法国教育中心联系。那我不知道各位同学上个礼拜2有没有参加我们那个上一场那个线上说明会。就是这一个活动呢，就是整个这个系列的线上讲座呢，是由我们欧洲教育展那个执委会，由法国、德国跟英国3个国家办事处主办的。那我不知道那个之前你们有没有参加，就是上个礼拜2的那一场。那如果没有的话呢，就是顺便跟同学讲一下，到法国留学要办签证的话呢，是一定要透过法国教育中心，就是 Campus Friends 这边做面试的。所以我们呢非常鼓励同学就是如果有想要到欧洲想去法国的话，可以早一点跟法国教育中心这边联系，就是不要到最后办签证的时候才发现说可能有一些资料的准备不齐全等等的，或者是自己摸索的时间。那现在剩下2分钟，我看我还是把时间交还给我们主持人 Jade。那跟我们第2间学校就是南特中央理工大学，或者是我们在台湾是叫学院啦，因为它跟一般的 university 不一样。那我再把时间交回给我们主持人，谢谢大家。
Bonjour Emily.
Ok. Bonjour Jade. Bonjour tout le monde. So I'm here with my colleague Mary.
Hello. I don't speak any Chinese, so Emily will do the presentation, and you will see me at the end.
然后我叫 Emily， 我在南特中央理工大学的话呢，主要是做学生的招生的工作。然后南特中央理工大学是一所法国的大学校。南特是法国第5大城市，然后有80万的人口，有6万大学生，也是一个名副其实的大学城。然后离大西洋海岸50公里，从南特到巴黎高铁2个小时。南特，大家可以看到这些照片，南特是一个非常非常漂亮的欧洲城市。2013年南特被评为欧洲绿色之都，2019年被评为欧洲创新之都，然后在2020年在学生最宜居的城市中位列第3。南特也有着非常独一无二的工业环境。首先就是在离南特不远的圣泽尔是一个城市，也是一个港口，有着在欧洲最大的造船基地。大家可以看到，就是 英国皇室玛丽2号就是在这里建造的。在南特和圣泽尔，然后空中巴士就是 Airbus 这个公司也是有工厂的。南特是在法国第一个拥有自己轻轨的城市。还有大家可以看到照片，有一个机械大象，还有机械蜘蛛。这个呢，就是现在在南特最有名的机械岛。南特也是Muscat Bay 是一个白葡萄酒的产地。南特中央理工是法国精英工程师学院。为什么称为精英工程师呢？我先跟大家来介绍一下法国的教育系统。我们可以先看一下左边的这个 schema， 左边的这个框架，就是说同学们从高中毕业之后要通过指考。在法国指考的话呢，就是 bac， 指考的通过率在法国为 89%。然后指考通过之后的话呢，同学们可以选择去上大学，就是 University of 一个城市的名字，例如说南特大学、里尔大学这样子。然后学士的学习是3年，3年之后，然后可以升为硕士。硕士的学习是2年，2年之后可以想去申请PhD 的，可以申请 PhD 在博士的话，在法国也是3年，但是这个的话是不适用于我们就是精英工程师学院的一个框架。我们的话呢是右手边的这个。然后在指考通过的 89% 的学生中，有前 10% 的学生可以去到预备学校。预备学校的话在法国是2年，然后同学们要经过非常非常激烈而且非常非常重的学习，然后2年之后经过全国的联考，而且还有面试，类似于说联考通过之后，由我们南特中央理工的教授，当然不只是我们教授，还有一些业界人士一起来做这个面试，然后考试还有面试之后，前 5% 的学生才能进入到我们南特中央理工学院，这个才称为精英教育。为什么呢？因为每年的话能被录取到我们学校的学生其实是非常非常有限的，大概每年为250名左右。我们南特中央理工也是一个100年老校了，然后去年我们刚刚才庆祝了我们100周年的年庆。在法国的话，南特中央理工是位列前5的精英工程师学院，然后我们在校的学生大概为2150、2500左右这样子，因为现在我们有一些新开的一些项目，然后还有550名的研究和教学人员。在学校，我们的学生来自全球87个国家和地区，然后国际学生占的比例是 43%。我们在全球48个国家和地区有着178个合作院校。大家可以看一下，这个是我们南特中央理工在全世界的一些网络。好，现在说一下我们南特中央理工的排名。在怎么说呢，在泰晤士教育高等教育大学排名里，2020年我们南特中央理工位列全球前200位，在法国的话是第5位。在学生的交换这个排名当中，我们在全球是位列前25位。为什么呢？因为我们学校所有的学生在他们3年的工程师的学习当中，他们一定要去到我们的合作院校，至少做1个学期或1年的一个交换项目。还有 40% 的法国学生会选择去我们的合作院校去读一个 double degree， 就是双学位的项目。就是说我们学校的学生100%一定要出去到我们的合作院校。南特中央理工有6个国际认可的研究中心，然后国家级的话呢，我们有4个，然后第一个是流体力学实验室、科学数学实验室、城市环境和建筑实验室，还有 GIM 是土木工程实验室，当然还有2个校级的实验室，2个校级实验室呢是高性能计算实验室和数学实验室。我们学校有12个实验研究平台， 有虚拟现实平台，然后有机器人的平台，有海洋测试设备的平台，超级计算机平台等等等等，大家可以看一下。南特中央理工呢和我们的那个合作工业伙伴有着非常非常紧密的合作。例如我们学校有很多学生会去到我们的工业合作伙伴的企业里面去做实习，去做研究项目。大家可以看一下上面我们的工业合作伙伴有很多，空中巴士，Amazon 中文怎么说 ？Amazon 亚马逊，然后雷诺汽车、法国电网等等等等。然后雷诺汽车的无人驾驶汽车这个研究的话呢，是在我们学校的就是数学实验室来进行的。我们学校还有一个中心是专门帮助同学们来找实习和找工作的，叫做 Career Center 就业中心。就是说学生们在找工作和找实习的时候，你们不是一个人，我们会有同事们来给你们做专门的指导。好，然后现在我们看一下在南特中央理工我们英文授课项目有哪些。首先第一个是基础硕士项目，我们有3个专业，然后第二个是6大硕士项目15个专业，我们还有4个欧盟硕士双学位项目。什么是 Foundation Master 就是基础硕士呢？其实基础硕士的话呢，它就是一个硕士预科项目，1年。这个硕士预科项目呢，其实是一个衔接的课程，主要是为了来衔接大家在学士课程和未来在我们南特中央理工硕士课程的一些差距。基础硕士我们有3个专业：机械与环境，然后信号控制和机器人，土木与环境工程。入学要求，首先呢，就是说大家要有一个学士是在科学或者是技术或者是工程师领域，或者是学士学习的最后1年，然后必须有着非常优秀的数学基础和良好的英语水平。然后现在关于就是申请的话，我们暂时没有一个网上的平台，所以说大家可以直接把申请的这些 document 直接发送到就是这个页面上的 email 地址里面就可以。申请的时间呢是从今年2020年的10月15号开始，到2021年的5月15号截止，然后开学的时间是每年的9月份。学费的话是6000欧1年。然后大家会说，那为什么我要来硕士预科呢？就跟大家讲一下硕士预科的一些优势。例如说，第一个就是直升我们学校的硕士专业，然后第二个优势的话呢，就是说有精英奖学金，精英奖学金是6000欧，对于我们就是基础硕士的学生。意思呢，就是说2年的硕士的学费从1500欧直接降到9000欧。现在来讲一下我们的6个硕士方向，15个专业。首先第一个方向是机械工程，机械工程分为4个专业，有先进制造技术、计算力学、能源与动力工程、复合材料生产工艺和技术。然后这里还有双学位的项目是在计算力学。控制与机器人，这个大的项目里面也有分为4个。首先是信号与图像处理，第2个是先进机器人，第3个是嵌入式实时系统，第4个是控制系统。这些专业的话呢，在我们南特中央理工是非常非常受欢迎的。而且不仅如此，我们还有2个欧盟硕士双学位项目。首先第一个双学位项目是GIMAHO，叫做先进机器人，第2个是电动汽车动力与控制。这个的话呢，一会儿那个欧盟硕士双学位项目的话呢，我还会在后面的一个页面上来介绍的。还有硕士双学位项目是先进机器人。海洋技术有海洋环境中的流体动力学，还有大西洋船舶操作与船舶工程。然后这个海洋技术的这个里面也是有欧盟的双学位项目2个，第一个是海洋环境中的可再生能源，第2个是先进船舶设计。 土木工程主要是环境中的材料与结构，还有城市环境与规划有两个专业，一个是大气水与城市环境，第二个是建筑与城市环境。工业工程也分为2个专业，第一个是临捷企业管理，第二个是智能互联企业。好，现在来讲一下我们这个非常也是非常受欢迎的4个欧盟硕士双学位项目。为什么受欢迎呢？首先，欧盟提供奖学金，意思就是说这个奖学金不单涵盖了学费，同学们不用交任何的学费，然后保险费、差旅费，如果大家被其中的一个项目接受，意思就是说从台湾来到欧洲的国家的这个机票、住宿，所有都是由欧盟来出的这个费用，还有每个月的补助。每个月补助的意思的就是说，每个月大概你们被录取的学生会有1000欧左右的生活费的补助，所以是非常有吸引力的。我们现在有4个欧盟硕士双学位，然后第一个的话呢是 RIMAHO， 是日本和欧盟的一个先进机器人。日本的大学呢是Q University， 庆应义电大学，在日本非常有名，我想大家应该也都知道。然后南特中央理工在先进机器人这个硕士项目里面的话呢，我们是协调院校。然后我们还有另外2所，一个是波兰的华沙理工大学，然后一个是意大利的热内亚大学。EPICO， 好 ，EPICO 的话是电动汽车与控制，这个也是我们南特中央理工是协调院校。然后另外3个院校是意大利的拉奎拉大学，还有德国的基尔大学，以及罗马尼亚的布加勒斯特大学。EMShip 是先进船舶设计。然后这个的话其实是有1、2、3、4，有5所大学。首先有南特理工大学，有比利时的列日大学，有德国的罗斯托克大学，波兰的西波罗尼亚理工大学，还有西班牙的马德里理工大学。然后再说一个海洋环境中的可再生能源。这个的话呢也是有3所大学，首先是西班牙的巴斯克大学，然后挪威理工大学，还有英格兰的我有点看不到I can 还有英格兰的斯克莱特大学。双学位的项目的意思就是说，大家可以选择其中的2所，就是一个项目中有4个到5个的就是合作院校嘛，大家可以选择其中的2所。这样的话2年的项目，然后到2年的项目结束之后，大家会拿到这2个学校的硕士文凭。然后入学要求是什么呢？这个是针对于我们硕士的学生啊，首先也是要有一个学士的学位，是在科学技术或者是工程师，或者是学生们正在学士学习的最后1年，必须有非常优秀的数学基础，还有优秀的英语水平。然后怎么样来申请呢？每年的秋季大概在11月份左右，我们的网上平台会给大家开放，这个网上平台就是 eCandidate， 所以大家从11月份开始可以经常来到我们就是南特中央理工的这个就是页面上来看一下 eCandidate 有没有开放，如果开放的话，大家可以直接申请。然后申请截止到2021年的5月15号。开学日期也是在2021年的9月份，学费硕士第1年是9000欧，硕士第2年是6000欧。当然我们这个精英奖学金也是有给大家提供的，但是这个的话就是要看大家的大家的申请材料。去年的话最多的那个得到精英奖学金的最高的一个金额是3000欧，这样子2年。今年的话现在还没有定下来，我们可能稍后才会知道这个信息。好，现在呢就来到大家非常关心的一个就是毕业之后的就业问题。我们的毕业生就业率是接近100%的，这个数据呢是由我们学校2019年调研，就是2018年就是硕士毕业生。 毕业生的平均起薪是在39400欧元左右一年，就是合成台币的话，大概是160万台币一年。然后就业的情况，超过85%的硕士毕业生在离校6个月之内找到了工作或者是博士的奖学金。其实还有15%，就是为什么不是说找不到，拿到我们学校的文凭之后，其实有很多学生并不是说我要为了找一份工作而找一份工作，他们可能想找到的是自己非常愿意的一个公司。还有一些学生可能不想回到本国，或者是不想留在法国，所以他们可能想去英国呀、美国呀，或者是欧洲的其他国家去找工作，所以这个时间会稍微拖得长一点。但是6个月之后，基本上就业率肯定是100%，没有任何问题的。然后工作的领域呢，主要是在工业经济呀、汽车呀、航空呀、船舶呀、能源呀等等等等这些领域。好，现在来讲一下比较轻松的部分，就是说我们的校园生活是怎么样的。首先就是新来的国际学生，我们国际办公室都会来组织一个 VIP 的一个迎接的仪式。我们学校有2个国际学生的那个association 社团，首先一个是Accent， 然后第二个是MSA。我们每年的话会由这2个社团的学生和大家联系，大概在6月底7月份的时候来给大家就是有什么问题的话，大家可以去向他们提问，然后他们会组织学生们去机场或者是火车站去接机。当然我们办公室也会帮忙大家来预定住宿，我们会帮忙大家来类似于学生的宿舍呀、银行啊这些方面的交流。然后开学的第一周会有一个 Welcoming Week， 有非常非常非常多的活动。然后每年的话呢，新开学我们都会在我们学校附近有一个艾尔德河，我们会组织一个游船的活动。然后我们学校大概有80个学生社团，分为就是不同的学生社团，大家可以根据自己的喜好去参加这些社团。看一下文化活动，首先每年的 Christmas 我们都会来举办，然后我们还会有组织同学们去参观一些，大家可以看到中间的这个照片是圣米歇尔山，非常非常有名，我们每年都会组织去参观。然后我们会组织烧烤，我们还会例如说中国新年呀，这些我们都会有组织中国新年的这些活动。哇啦，这个是我们南特中央理工就是国际办公室，我们是非常国际化的一个办公室，我们每个人都会说至少3种语言，英语法语这个肯定是必备的，例如我会说中文，我们还有一些同事是说西班牙语呀、意大利语呀等等等等。然后这一页呢就是我们的联系方式，想要去申请基础硕士的同学们呢可以联系我，然后大家可以看到我的 email 地址，然后想申请硕士项目的话呢可以联系我们 Mary 同学还有 Leslie， 他今天不在这里。然后大家也可以通过那个 Facebook 或者是 Instagram 来找到我们， Twitter 也是可以的，可以来看，随时可以更新我们的信息。好的，谢谢大家。
好的，谢谢 Emily。我们对松特农有主要就是对学校课程方面，然后一些设备方面，以及提供的校园生活有比较概略性的了解后，不知道现在同学有没有什么问题？刚刚有提到就是那个 Erasmus Mundus 的scholarship 的部分哈，就是是不是可以
？So Mary will come.
Okay, so regarding the Erasmus program that we are talking about, can you give us more detail about the scholarship, like how students can apply for, where they can find related information, what kind of scholarship? Is it only for students in specific studies field, or it's for everybody?
So the Erasmus Mundus program, we have 4 in the campus, like Emily told you, IPICO, GMARO, REM, and EMCHIP. The first one, IPICO, GMARO, we are coordinator of the program. So it means that we are dealing with all the application. Basically, for Erasmus Mundus program, regarding the scholarship, you have a deadline to apply for a scholarship at the same time as applying for the program. And if you are one of the best students, I won't say lucky one, I would say if you are one of the best students, you have the opportunity to get a scholarship. For example, for IPICO, is the one I'm in charge of in the school, so I know more about it. The students who got the scholarship, they have the tuition fee that are covered. So instead of for Mundus 18,000 euro, they pay nothing. They got travel cost. So if you come from Taiwan, that would be a 6,000 euro for 2 years program. So 3,000 per year. Sorry, I only talk in euros. You got 1,000 euro installation cost, and then per month we give you 1,000 euro to live. So the overall is like a total approximately of 50,000 euro for the program. So you can come to Europe for nothing and study without worrying about the money. So that's very good. And how to apply for such a program? Each specific program, so let's say IPICO GMARO have their own website. It's the same for REM and EMship. And it's not the same as applying for a master program, the general one we have in Centrale Nantes. It will be applying for a specific program. So just go on IPICO website or GMARO website, and on it, the platform will soon open, and then you can see the requested documents. So that will be the basic documents, cover letter, recommendation letter, statement of purpose, transcripts, diploma, and language test, English language test certificate. That's something important as well. And each program is doing its own recruitment with the selection committee. They're evaluating all the application. And so, for example, IPICO GMARO platform will open end of October. The deadline for the scholarship is 31st of January. So everyone who applied before that date can apply at the same time for the scholarship.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so we have another question from the audience. So if they have already finished, like, say, the sophomore or their previous 3 years in university, but they want to apply for like another engineering or other degree in your school, do they have to start from the freshman, or can they just continue with the 4th years of degree and programs in your school?
好的，我说中文好吗？就是说，同学们想要问的问题是说，工程师的文凭是吗？不是一个硕士的文凭是吗？
如果他是，比如说以台湾来说，我们是学士，大学4年，那他可能2-3年已经在台湾完成，那可能第3年、第4年想要接着在法国或是在你们学校就读的话，他是可以这样做衔接的吗？还是说到了你们学校
这个的话是不行的。这个的话一定是我们学校跟他们学校之间是有一个合作的协议才可以的，因为它毕竟涉及到一个学分的转换的问题。好吧。
说到学分转换哦，就是可不可以大概跟我们讲一下有关于学分转换这方面的办法，大概是怎么样的一个方法
？OK， 这个的话就是一定是说，例如我们的学生是一定要来到我们的，就是来自我们的合作院校才可以的，因为就是他在这边的课程一定需要他在他们就是学校在台湾的学校来 validate it。如果不是来自我们的合作院校的话呢，其实是非常非常难的，对，非常非常难的。
了解。So if you are applying for like master degree in your school, do they have to acquire say similar study field diploma of bachelor degree or university degree in Taiwan? Is there a requirement, or what would you suggest?
So the requirement we have for all our master program is a bachelor degree or study in the same field as like engineering, science, the field they will apply. There's something important to know is we have a very strong level in mathematics in Centrale Nantes. So that's something to keep in mind when you apply. the first courses of mathematics will be a bit difficult, to be honest.
As you require like certain level of like mathematics, isn't it like exam they have to take before they apply for the program? Or how do you evaluate their level of the mathematics when you?
We basically evaluate the applications with the diploma, the transcripts, recommendation letter from professor, and also the overall status of the university. Depending if you come from the first top university of Taiwan, if you come from a less well-known university, everything is taken into account.
Yeah. And also, if the students would like to change the specialty, they can firstly come to foundation master. Yeah. For example, if the students, specialized in mathematics, they can come to foundation master, maybe take mechanics or control robotics, and then they can join in the master programs later.
I see. Is a foundation master is a requirement before they enter your master degree, or it's basically for?
Oh no, it's just a choice. It's just a choice.
Optional.
Yeah, it is not mandatory. Yeah.
Like if they feel like there's some gap, or they are not sure whether they can really catch up with everything in your master degree, they can choose foundation master.
Of course.
And then do they have to take any exam before they apply for a master degree?
Exams? No.
Basically, what's good with the foundation master program is like you have 1 year to also adapt to the French culture.
Yeah.
So it's usually not a huge group, so it's better to learn, and then you can just like Emily said, if you, for example, you have a major in mathematics but want to learn or knows more about robotics, you can do the 1 year foundation master in robotics. So you will cope up with the level we have, and then you will join the master program. And if you do the foundation master, you got the scholarship. So basically, your foundation master is free if you do a master program with us.
Yeah.
But basically, that's the you normally foundation master is €6,000, and our master program is 15.
Yeah.
You pay the €6,000 for foundation master, and we take off €6,000 from the master program. So instead of 15, you will pay 9,000.
Yeah.
That's also a good thing to think about.
Yeah， 就是说同学们的话呢，就是来到那个基础硕士的话呢，其实学费是6000，对不对？其实到最后的话，大家首先一个是直升硕士直升的，这是第一点。第二点是还有那个精英奖学金是6000欧。其实意思就是说呢，你们 Foundation Master 这一年的学费呢，就是给大家来做一个 refund 了。其实，好吗？
就是既可以衔接你们当地的课程，然后又是一个蛮经济实惠的选择，这样。
对，非常经济实惠，而且又有那个法语可以学习，然后还有英语还可以加强，然后专业课，然后我们还去组织去空中巴士的一些就是参观呀，然后就是出去的这些旅行啊 ，Foundation Master 我们都有的。然后同学们想做一些 project 的话，就是在实验室做 project 的话，在 Foundation Master 我们都是有在实验室有做 project 的，我们有专门的老师是在负责这个的。
了解。那不知道说你们这边有硕博混合的相关课程或计划吗？
博士吗？For Doctor PhD, no, we don't really have direct master and PhD together.
No, we like to do a PhD or to access a PhD in Centrale Nantes. It's easier if you did a master degree in Centrale Nantes because the professor will know the students. They will know their strengths and their weakness as well. And then they can maybe, if they want to work on specific topic, they can offer some topics. So it's easier to access a PhD program if you did a master program, but it's not compulsory. You can also access PhD just by contacting the labs, one of the labs Emily talked about earlier, and check if they have some specific PhD offers, check if the subject is something you want to study, and then contact the professor.
所以就直升的话是硕士和博士，直升是没有的。OK， 但是大家如果来读了硕士之后的话，就是认识了我们学校的教授， 其实就是更容易会得到就是博士的一个职位，因为所有的博士，the PhD in fact in France is paid. You have a salary. You have a very very good salary. I can say.
Yeah, to start with, it's good.
Yeah.
Have a reference as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Our next question, it's about, let's go back to Erasmus program. So if they would like to apply for Erasmus master program, will you suggest them to take also the foundation master as well, or it's still optional?
Every year in foundation master, the students in foundation master, at least 2 of them. In fact, foundation master we have maximum just 50 students, okay, for 3 tracks. So at least 2 of them were accepted into Erasmus Mundus program. Yeah, you know what? Because firstly, they will come when they come to Centrale Nantes, they just apply as a student of Centrale Nantes, and we are the coordinator. So you can see the advantage. And also my colleague, for example, Mary and Leslie, they are there also, to traiter le candidature.
To check the candidate, to evaluate the candidates.
Yes. So they know the criteria, and they can give suggestions to students, and then the students can get more chance to be accepted into Erasmus Mundus program.
Yeah, definitely. It's not like Emily wrote earlier on the page that when you do foundation master, you get automatic acceptance into master program, but it's not the same for Erasmus Mundus. Yeah. As it's not automatic, they have to follow the selection process for each program. It's not as automatic as the normal master program.
And it's very, very competitive.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have a student who already have or they are studying in energy engineering, but if they would like to apply for program in aerospace, what would you suggest to them, like to prepare before they apply?
Energy in which field?
They didn't say. It's about like just energy, and then would like to apply for aerospace program.
Non, énergie, il y a que le tien et Pico, tu vois. Propulsion, tu vois, énergie, propulsion. Yeah.
Oui, mais s'il veut faire de là à aerospace, on n'a pas vraiment aerospace.
Non, on n'a pas.
We don't really have aerospace in Centrale Nantes. We are more focused on other topics like energetic and propulsion. Our master program is mainly focused on automotive industry and no longer in aerospace. But if the students want to go from one subject to another subject, the best way is to do the foundation master, because then you can specialize in another program. But to be honest, with us in Centrale Nantes, aerospace is not our strength.
No. We have so you just talked about the internship opportunity in your presentation. Can you give us some example, like the company or institute who have worked with you to offer your student an internship for like a long year? For example,
okay.
Like Airbus.
Yeah, Airbus. Okay, this is an example I want to give. We have. I have a student. I will speak in Chinese, okay? Once more. Sorry, Mary. 就是今年的话呢，我有一个学生是来自中国大陆啊，他今年的一个实习就是在我们学校的一个实验室，是跟 Airbus 和他的导师一起是做了一个项目，但是这个项目的话是什么不知道，因为你们知道 Airbus 其实它有很多的保密协议这样子，但是就是 Airbus 还有那个雷诺跟我们的合作是非常非常非常非常紧密的，非常非常紧密的。
So you talk about Airbus, it's the only thing I understood. For example, as we talk about energetic and propulsion, the master program, I know lots of students from this major are applying for internship in Michelin. I think like Michelin, like in the English way.
Michelin轮胎。
And they have many companies in France, and the head office is in the center of France. And I know that each year they take at least 1 or 2 of our internship. So you can find internship in Nantes, but also everywhere in Europe, in France. We have lots of students that go to Germany if they want to be specialized in automotive industry. And Renault as well.
Yeah,
we
Renault,
have a big industrial chair with Renault, so it's easier to find an internship there. So basically the professor usually help the student. They don't do the job for the students, they don't give you an internship, but if they have offers, they will publish them with the students, share them with the students, and they will really help the student finding something. We also have internship in Centrale Nantes in the school. We have spaces for internship.
Yeah.
So we also keep some students in the school with us.
Yes, we have a career center. So we have a website, a job teaser, right? We have a job teaser, in fact. So our industrial partners, they can just publish their offers on our job teaser of Centrale Nantes. So the students can look into every offers from our industrial partners. Yeah.
Will you host
one more? Yeah. One more example, some double degree students from all over the world. Some of them, go to EDF. It is 法国电网，然后去工作，去做6个月的实习。法国电网还有Naval Group 海洋集团，这个也是非常非常大的集团。我们有很多在菲律宾的学生，来自菲律宾的学生，他们会去这个集团去做实习。对。So in fact, we not only the programs, we also have our career, support.
我刚刚是想问，有关于除了说会替学生当然有这样的资源，就是 career center 可以使用外，那是不是也会举办像 job fair 这种，就是可能是跟你们合作伙伴，然后他们会来学校，可能是学校跟学生一起面试这样子的机会呢？
对的，有的。我们那个就业中心的同事每年都会举办，都会邀请我们的合作的伙伴来我们学校做的，就是说首先他们如果公司有职位的话呢，他们le career center normalement ils vont organiser le salon de carrière， 就是每年他们都会来，至少会有3次到4次的，所以我们有很多学生的话是现场递简历可以直接找到实习的。
Like for this example, this year I think it's in like October. The students can learn properly how to make the cover letter, the CV, the curriculum vitae, and then I think it's in November, if I'm right, there is a big career salon where you can find
Atlantic Salon.
Yeah, Atlantic.
就是大西洋的一个就是找工作的一个。salon 怎么讲
？job fair.
job fair.
Internship fair.
对，所以其实有很多，大家可以通过不同的方式，反正我们学校的同学们不会说是找不到实习的，基本上都是能找到非常非常好的实习。And also internship in France is paid. You have a basic salary. Big salary it is 5,008 euros. 就是580欧元一个月。It is basic. It means, normally our students can get 1,000 euros. It is very normal.
Sounds very effective.
Yeah.
If a student would like to apply for your school, is there any language requirement for them? French level?
French level, no. For foundation master, I can say IELTS 雅思5.5就可以。But for masters, it is not the same thing.
No, for master, we require the equivalent of a B2 English level. So all the master programs are fully taught in English, like we say in the presentation. And we require the IELTS, TOEIC, TOEFL. So for the IELTS, for you, I think it's 5.5.
Yeah, 5.5.
For master program, it's 6.5, a bit higher because all the courses are entirely in English.
Yeah.
And if the courses were followed in English, I know some universities teach the bachelor in English. They don't need to pass the test. Just a mean of instruction letter can replace the test.
All right. So if they are the master, they are studying master program in Centrale Nantes, can they also apply for exchange student to other European school or your sister school or university or institute? For
We have a double degree agreement with few university. For example, the IMARO program is an advanced robotic master program. We have one in mechanical engineering, computational mechanics.
Yes.
And I think that's it for now. Where they can do like 1 year either in Centrale, like first year of master in Centrale Nantes, for example, and second year in one of the partner universities. So for advanced robotics, that would be Genoa in Italy or Warsaw in Poland.
Yeah.
Sorry. And computational mechanics, that will be Spain in Barcelona.
Yeah.
But we are trying to work on more double degree master exchange. That's something we'd like to do.
It's applicable for all students, right? Either they are French or they are foreigners.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Something you apply for it.
Yeah.
We have a student who are interested in aeronautic and astronautic engineering. And what kind of program would you suggest to them?
Aéronautique.
Ouais, aéronautique, c'est plutôt dans le marine. Oui, dans le marine, quoi.
So
in the you say?
Vas-y.
OK， 他其实如果是在这个有两个选择啊。首先第一个的话，如果他要想申请那个就是欧盟硕士项目的话，欧盟双学位硕士项目的话，他可以申请跟海洋相关的这一块 RAM 或者是那个 EMship。然后如果申请硕士的话呢，基本上是我们学校的 Marine Technology， 就是海洋工程这一块。对，
It's almost the end. Can we have the last question? 同学，我们现在开放最后一个问答哦。Let's go back to the document for application. So it's you talk about how to evaluate students' application, right? Do they have to provide their transcript for all year, like 4 years of their university degree, or is it for all programs?
Yes, 4 years. 4 years transcript. Yeah.
So you will look at their all the related mathematics or like language or their related study field about how much achievement they have. What about if they have like working experience before? Will it be a plus for them or?
If I have a working experience, yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, of course.
Especially if they have work experience in the field. Let's say they had a bachelor, they worked, and then they want to study a master program. That's definitely something good for them.
Thank you for joining us, Emily and Mary, and thank you for giving us such a great explanation and presentation about Centrale Nantes. Thank you all.
Great pleasure. Thank you, Oji.
Thank you
so much.
Thank you.
Merci.
Merci. Au revoir.